Videos are versatile and powerful learning tools that bring content to life for your learners. Many educational and instructional videos rely on voiceovers to relay the majority of the information to the viewer. The quality of the voiceovers directly affects the quality of the videos, which in turn influences the learner's experience. In this video, I will share some tips and tricks for improving the quality of your voiceovers, from setting up your recording space to editing your final product. First, let's talk about your recording space. Very few of us have access to a soundproof recording booth, and many learning and development professionals have to record their voiceovers at home or somewhere in the office. When selecting your recording space, look for a small room that doesn't share many walls with noisy or high-traffic areas. This limits the background noise in your recordings. Then, look at the room itself. Does it have bare walls or windows? Is the floor hardwood, marble, or linoleum? All of these can contribute to excessive reverberation in your recording as the sound bounces off the hard surfaces and is picked up by the microphone, creating a slight echo. To counteract this effect, close the curtains over your windows, hang blankets or sheets on the walls, or lay them on the floor to absorb the extra sound. Finally, set up your recording equipment and position yourself so your mouth is about 6 to 12 inches away from the microphone. Then, mark the front of your chair or the spot where you are standing on the floor with tape or an object. This ensures you maintain a consistent distance from your microphone throughout the entire recording, even if recording over several sessions. Taking these steps during the setup helps you create a clear and consistent sound throughout your recording. Now that you are all set up, it is time to record your voiceover. When you start recording, record 5 to 7 seconds of silence before recording. We will come back to this snippet later in the editing phase. To set yourself up for success when editing your recording, aim to pause before and after each inhale or exhale as you record your voiceover. I'll demonstrate. This is a sentence. This allows you to isolate the breath in the editing phase. Let's hear that phrase again with the breaths, then with the breaths edited out. This is a sentence. This is a sentence. When recording, ensure you have completed the final sound of the word before breathing so the sound is not affected when you edit that breath out. Now, record your entire voiceover, including mistakes and do-overs. After recording your voiceover, it is time to edit. Follow these steps when editing your recording. Remember that 5 to 7 second snippet of silence we recorded at the beginning? That is our background noise. Set this sound clip aside. Next, edit out any mistakes. These sections tend to be large and easy to identify, so starting here is an efficient approach to editing as it will cut down on the amount of adjusting you will need to do later in the editing process. After cutting all mistakes, move the remaining sound snippets together to close any gaps you created during this step. Then, go back and remove your isolated breaths. These will be easy to spot because there will be a flat line before and after the breath. After removing the breaths, close any noticeable gaps created during this step. After editing out the breaths, I like to take an additional step of editing out any noticeable mouth sounds. When editing out a mouth sound, ensure the sound is not attached to the beginning or ending sound of a word, as editing it would make the word sound clipped or noticeably edited. This step refines your final product, giving it a more professional feel. Next, listen to your voiceover from start to finish. There may be some awkward space between phrases, creating an unnatural speech cadence. Adjust the distance between sound segments to create a more natural flow. Finally, it is time to come back to our 5 to 7 seconds of silence. At this point in the editing process, the voice has complete silence where the edits have been made, making those edits obvious. The segment of silence you recorded at the beginning captured the natural background noise of your environment. Duplicate this sound and adjust it to the same length as the gaps created by your edits to create one continuous sound. Listen to the difference in the transition between these two phrases. First, without the background noise in the gap created by the edit, then with the background noise added in that space. Step 1 is complete. Next is Step 2. Step 1 is complete. Next is Step 2. This extra step of adding background noise in the dead silence gives a polished feel to the final product. Now you are ready to export your voiceover and upload it to your learning object. These steps, while small, have a profound impact on the quality of your voiceover, which improves your learning content and ultimately your learner's experience.